welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an all new updated packing list if you're getting ready to go to Army basic training amid the coronavirus pandemic. This is actually going to be an update to an earlier video, so I'm not giving you a super long video, so you can check out that video right up here and then come back and finish watching this video, and I guarantee you, you're going to want to watch this, and you're welcome. So without further ado, let's get to the bottom of this, and it starts right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Team SWARTZ, and if this is your first time here, I post a ton of Army basic training tips, recruiting, and other Army related videos. So if that's what you're here for, consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell icon so that you don't miss anything. Not only will you be notified when I post a new video, but more importantly, when I go live answering your most desired questions. I'm Drill Sergeant SWARTZ, or Sergeant First Class SWARTZ, because I have a dual role where I am a full-time recruiter for the New York Army National Guard. So if you're anywhere in New York, I can assist you. And I am a part-time drill sergeant here with our recruit sustainment program in the New York Army National Guard, located conveniently out of Manhattan, New York. All right, so let's get right into it. In addition to the packing list that I posted before in that previous video, you probably watched it, came back to it, or maybe you've seen it before, but this is gonna be an updated list. First thing I want to point out to you, with the current conditions, you're probably gonna take about anywhere from a few days to a few weeks before you finally get your issued running shoes and or combat boots. So all the drill sergeants that I have spoken to that are currently on the trail at the basic training sites are encouraging everyone to leave and ship out already wearing either cross trainers or running shoes, preferably running shoes. The reason being is until you get your running shoes at the basic training site, you're gonna be conducting PRT, physical readiness training, during your yellow phase, your controlled monitoring. So if you leave wearing cowboy boots, Timberlands, other types of boots, high heels, flip-flops, semi-casual shoes, we've seen it all. So with that being said, whatever you're wearing, so if you're wearing cowboy boots, guess what? You're wearing your cowboy boots while you're conducting PRT. You don't wanna do that. So they want you to be as comfortable as possible. In addition to that packing list that I previously stated, regardless of what I said about the t-shirts, in this particular video, I'm telling you now, with the updates that I'm receiving, bring at least 3 to 4 t-shirts, socks, and underwear, regardless of what I said in the other video. Reason being is, you're not gonna get your Army physical fitness uniform until at least day 3. And for females, do yourself a favor, I would highly suggest that you bring at least 1 to 2 additional sports bras with you, either white, tan, or black, preferably with no logo, but due to COVID restrictions and everything, they're a lot more lenient. But you're gonna thank me later, because during those 2 weeks, during yellow phase, you're gonna be conducting PRT, and I want you to be as comfortable as possible. Males, I want to reiterate, because I have people questioning me on my last yellow phase video, I'm confirming, I'm letting you know now, straight from the drill sergeant's mouth, from the training site, get a haircut before leaving. Whether it's a fade or a baldy, it doesn't matter. Do not go there with long hair. You will be at the training site for a minimum of 3 to 5 weeks without any haircut due to coronavirus restrictions. So do yourself a favor, do not get that additional unnecessary attention that you will get from your drill sergeants. You don't want it. You're welcome. Also, do not bring any gloves. You ain't gonna be able to use them. Which leads me into the most important item on this list that I want and suggest and strongly encourage you to get prior to leaving for Army basic training while we're amid this COVID-19 pandemic. So with that being said, I want you to bring some washable masks. So I get asked all the time, and I'm surprised I didn't include it in my last yellow phase video, but if you go to basic training and you do not have a mask, that's perfectly fine. They will issue you a medical mask just like this. But they are not very breathable, they're not durable, they're not gonna last all day or very long, and if they break, I don't know how often they're gonna give it to you throughout the day, but you don't wanna leave it in their hands. But I highly suggest that you get yourselves some washable masks, and they have to be neutral in color, either white, black, brown, green, maybe navy blue. I suggest that you don't get a white mask because it's gonna get dirty and discolored later on as training goes on. And in my personal opinion, I honestly feel like when you wear a washable white mask, it looks like you're wearing a diaper on your face. So steer clear of the white ones. Get yourself black, green, or brown. Those are my suggested colors for you. You can find them dirt cheap on Amazon, and you can find stuff that even a camo pattern just like this one. Or you can find yourself some cloth ones that look like this. this one right here, which is all cloth. This one is probably gonna be your best bet. The reason being is the all cloth masks are gonna be highly breathable and they will dry faster. I noticed that with my camouflage one, with the particular mask that I purchased, if you look right here, I don't know if you can see it, but in between the front piece and the back piece fabric, there's like, it almost feels like there might be like a plastic film or something. It makes it very, very difficult to breathe, especially when you're doing physical activities. So during yellow phase and throughout Army basic training, you're gonna get corrective training. You're gonna be conducting PRT, your physical readiness training. So I wouldn't suggest this one for training. Maybe this one when you graduate and you're in AIT and you're not doing a whole lot of physical training. I suggest that you get yourself 3 to 5 cloth masks just like these that you can use and wash on a daily basis. And I would put one of these in a sandwich Ziploc bag that you will place inside your camelback that you can swap out in the event that you get too sweaty and you sweat this out and it becomes more difficult for you to breathe. This one I would suggest maybe for AIT or your regular Army career when you get to your permanent duty station, because it is more difficult to breathe when you're doing physical activity as previously described. And if you can't get any of these masks, when you're at the troop exchange or when you get to Army basic training, eventually when you do get to the troop exchange, you could get yourself a gaiter, which looks like this. And this is pretty convenient for you because when you're not using it, you could always go down here, which would be, in my opinion, a little bit more comfortable for you in the cooler months or even in the winter time. But here in the summertime, I suggest getting yourself a face mask. But at worst case scenario, if you ship to Army basic training without any masks, the first chance or first opportunity you can, get yourself a gaiter. So essentially it's a fabric woven into a tube, and you can fold it in half and put it over your head or even like this, and you can use it as a scarf essentially. But it's a multi-purpose tube that you can configure it in all kinds of different ways, but for the all intents and purposes for Army basic training, you will fold it in half or leave it as is and just pull it up over your nose and mouth, protecting you and others from possibly spreading and catching COVID-19. That about wraps up this video. Do me a favor, if you know anybody who's going to Army basic training, do me a favor, click that share button down below. Sharing is caring. Go ahead and like this video, and if you have any questions about Army basic training, yellow phase, or recruiting, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much again. Stay blessed, be good, and I'll see you in the next video. That's it. Video's over. Sorry, but you can definitely watch more. You can check out this video here, or maybe you can check out this video here. But you know what? Actually, this video is pretty good. You should definitely watch this one. But actually, this one seems pretty great. You should definitely check out this video. But actually, why don't you watch them both? Try clicking them both